Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Blue Lotus Gardens. If you're new here, I make planting videos from my found knowledge, and then I also share with you a fun plant blog on Wednesdays of what I do behind the scenes of my plant shop and a little bit of my daily life. Something that you like, I recommend subscribing. I also do other videos like plant shopping, viewing products, and unboxings as well from my shop and then from also other shops as well. If you could leave me a like and also comment down below, let me know how you like the video, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. In today's video, it's all about begonias. We're talking about begonia care, we're talking about the community, we're talking about propagation, and then also how to rescue a begonia if you ever come across needing to do so. I think it's great sharing that knowledge with everybody because it also helps them expand to other plants that they might have already felt like a little weary of trying just because it seems a little bit different or hard. So I would like to just explain to people. Started off really with begonias, and I am here now. These are some from my personal collection, some that I'm propagating, and then I'm at the moment with begonias. The key important thing is to keep a nice humidity with them, and then also a nice moisture level in your soil. Begonias are really like something that's pretty easy and nothing in their care. Once you kind of get the hang of it, you just end up being like, okay, about certain things, you're going to understand that there's going to be little browning leaves every now and then. I call them opportunities to make propagation. So you snip that off. So we could just like snip this off, right, all the way down to the base, and then we'll talk about later on how to propagate it. Mainly you just want to take off that part, and then you can either just place it into soil like this. So it's really nothing like that hard once you kind of get the hang of it. Begonias will grow out of their inner veining, like so. They are asexual, so they reproduce with their own genes, and they'll emerge out of the middle of the stem or the outer of the bottom of the stem as well. For humidity, just chop this one off. Also, the reason why you'll probably get crispy leaves is because of humidity. Sometimes the humidity around might be a little bit too close. You might keep it a little bit too close to the humidifier. I know I did, and that's why I have these little leaves like this. And I think just like you get to a point when you're caring for them that you're okay with that, because overall you know that they are they'll produce new growth pretty quickly, especially once you cut it off. They'll just like instantly like put off new growth. This is like from what I just did, and you see right here this rhizome. This one's a Rex Begonia. They are Rhyzomotous, and as long as you have a nice rhizome, you will have a nice begonia. A little tip before we get into like watering is the rhizome likes to be dry, so don't ever water onto the rhizome. That causes a lot of like damage, bacteria, and it also kills the plant. That's its like life support. This little rhizome is the umbilical cord, and it'll just like produce new leaves. As long as your rhizome is good and healthy, you'll always have a begonia. Sometimes they just want to go dormant, and that's fine. And that could be because of like wonky lighting conditions. It'll just start to kind of it'll start to like produce more than it normally does, and I believe plants are smart, so they just kind of know themselves when to stop or when they've like ended their cycle. It's just my theory. We're gonna go with that. And I'm just a hobbyist, like a mad botanist or anything like that. Even though crazy here, but that's what you want to do with begonias. So we're going to be talking a little bit about the care with my collection. I'll talk about the type as well, and then like a whole understanding of what a begonia is. You can find begonias in canes. Also, like this one, you might have remember this beauty here from my original videos from when we used to be at our older place. This is the Begonia Lynda. This begonia, like most of them, like to be in a relatively like nice moist soil. Like this one here, and it's pretty much time for it to be repotted. So I've kept the soil dry, and it's fine. You just don't want to keep the soil too dry all the time, because then the leaves will go limp and they won't be able to like go upright again. But this is a Begonia Lynda. I made a whole bunch of propagations from this. I've rescued this. I've made like so many 6-inch plants out of this one plant that I've rescued from Lowe's. So it's just crazy, and I think like sharing knowledge is great because other people might want to like, you might want to like pass this down to a friend, and you know, be like, hey, here's one of my plants. You know, I think that's always great. Like, that's awesome. So this one is a cane begonia as well. It needs to be repotted as well. This one was given to me by a leaf cutting from a friend of mine, and I think we did a trade, but it's ready to be potted. I keep it on this stick right here for support. It really helps it out, but it needs to be potted. I'm just not ready for it just yet to be potted yet. You're gonna find like Rex Begonia. Oh, here's like a Begonia Lynda propagation from this one right over here. This one's from my personal. So I kept it in terracotta. Terracotta's great, a little heavy hand with watering. I know I did in the beginning, and that's really what destroyed a lot of my begonias. But now I know when it's like this moist, and I just leave it alone, and it'll be okay for like a week or two, pretty much. And I have a Begonia Taconite over here. So if you're in my Discord group, we're talking about the Begonia Taconite, how nice and iridescent it is, and I really like this one. I've also spoken to people about this one on my Instagram. You can follow me on my Instagram. I'll have all the links down below or in the intro, just to make it really easy and get it out the way. So I have this one like as a cash pot basically, but it's not. It's just I just kind of keep it there because I like the terracotta look. And then I have a whole bunch of these little propagations. Here's one of them. This one, what I'm going to do is actually cut back this leaf and regrow these out and make another one. I have like 2 more, and I'm just going to keep making them until I feel like I have sufficient amount and enough to like play around with, like in trade and selling and all that kind of stuff. Here's a little propagation from this one right over here. But yeah, and then these two. For those of y'all that won from our giveaway, these are our. This is like one of my rare, not rare, I'm not sure, but like uncommon begonia, and now like this one's mine, but this one's like the stores, and it's just fun. Like everybody's like a part of the little begonia that I created. So the reason I have this, how to fix that. So the reason I have this nice big dome over here for this propagation is because it's still growing, and the dome helps it grow faster, the humidity in there. As long as I don't water it and let the soil really like dry up and absorb it all, like it'll be good, and it'll like really like grow nice and bushy and full. From what I've experienced and noticed. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about the ones that I am going to rescue. These are the ones I found at Lowe's. This is a Begonia Escargot, as you see here. Not sure which type, but we're going to be rescuing it, and then I'm going to be placing it into this, I think this is like a quart, 2.5 quart plant container here. And I really like enjoy this. Like if you, I bottom water it first, and then there's like new growth in there. So I know the plant is fine. It has like a couple damaged leaves, but it's really okay. I find them as opportunities if I can, because you just need like a little bit of like the veins, a healthy part of the veins really, to like propagate it, and I'll show y'all later how I'm doing that. So I have these healthy pair of scissors. I'm just cutting back all the foliage that is damaged a little bit. This one too. We're going to leave one of them just on there, so that way the new growth has energy to absorb that and help it generate new growth for it. So we're going to cut these off. I'm going to have to show y'all this one leaf because it looks so funky, and so like they look so funky when they're like small and growing. They're like really fuzzy, like super fuzzy, like oh my god, weird fuzzy, like alien fuzzy. Okay, we'll do that later. But look at these funky little dudes. That is so weird. But cool. So I was posting now onto my Discord group. So if you want to join my group, I talk on to y'all on there just to kind of like see what's up. But yeah, so you want to get all these little ones out of here. I've already watered it, so it should be fine. A lot of people have issues with begonias is the soil. So I think if you have your soil aerated and it's nice and like fluffy, and you have like the way the roots are really fine and brittle and tiny, so they need like a nice good aerated soil so that way they don't clog up. I think it's always great to share that kind of knowledge with people because you just really want I just really want people to like love begonias as much as I love them. That should be fun. Now I'm just like going to take them out, place them in here. We're not going to disturb the root ball. You know, they like I said, they have really fine. They have really fine roots. So as y'all see how I'm doing it, oh wait, it helps y'all too. Oop. That was an aggressive throw. Not mean to be so aggressive with that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Smush you in there, you'll be fine. There. So now they're all neighbors. So just gonna lightly fill in those little gaps. I suggest going to repot a begonia. What you want to do is you're going to want to bottom water it. The reason why is because it has already pretty much like contaminated the top parts of it with some soil. I'm going to dust that off with my little tool, but that will help it actually absorb all the water that it needs, and so that way it's off to a right good start. And I'll take pictures of this. I'll definitely be sharing those in my Discord group and my Patreon also. I'll go a little bit more in depth about the videos on there in my Patreon. I actually will go live and I'll engage with y'all and I'll talk to y'all and just for an hour of your day, we'll just hang out and talk about plants and any questions that you might have. Doesn't have to be my shop. It could just be anything really about plants, and it'll be cool. Links are all down below if you're interested in that. For humidity, it's preferred to keep it in its high 50s for humidity, and don't put your begonias next to a humidifier. It will damage the leaf. The moisture from the humidifier, and especially if you're not just using distilled water, it'll start to get caught onto the leaf, and it won't be able to. It'll deteriorate it basically. And with these, we're just going to propagate them. This one's pretty useful. Just have to cut off the crispy parts from it. So you can actually place it into what I've been doing is just placing these into vermiculite and allowing that to happen like that and propagate that way. Reproduce off of their veins. So you just need to cut where their veins are, and they'll produce around there. This one, I'm actually going to water propagate it. water propagations for me are like my safety propagation, because I know it's going to propagate that way. Here is some that I'm going to be water propagating. I mean, like, these are so much, like, this is so much fun. Like, look at these leaves. Have y'all seen that meme when they're like, they're like opening up their wallet and they pull out all these leaves? 2 Taconites. This is like a Rex Harmony, and this is a Begonia Griffin. So, put these to water propagate, these in my vermiculite, and then I'm good to go. Thank y'all for joining me for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I think this is like fun. I enjoy begonias a lot. These are like my favorite, one of my favorite types of plant species, and I always love sharing that kind of knowledge with y'all about it as well. So thank you so much for supporting my channel, helping me grow. All my new subscribers out there, thank y'all so much for subscribing to my channel. And we are at I'm at what, 140 something, I believe. Let me check. I'm at 148. So I have 148 subscribers, and I appreciate you all for subscribing to my channel, helping me grow, and really like engaging with me in the comments. I love doing that. I think it's fun, and I really appreciate all the positive feedback everybody has given me. You all are super awesome for all that. That's amazing. And for all of you that have supported me in my plant shop, in my merch, thank you so much. I put a lot of care and detail into it, and I'm a creative person, and I have to like let my creative side out. I love this hoodie. I wear this all the time. I think I still wear it to bed. So, and I did some also some Halloween merch. If y'all are interested in even just looking at that, that's awesome. Let me know your feedback on it if you like it. So Patreon members get a little bit more of a say in how merch gets designed, because I'll interact with you all on there, and we'll engage and see what we can come up with, you know? I like expanding maybe just one shirt, or like sweatpants, or a phone case. I have lots of ideas and things that I can do, so I just kind of want to have fun with it, really, and share it with you all. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.